Good morning, good people. My name is Edward Bevilacqua. Today is May 21st, 2025. Here we are. The month is rushing to an end. Here we are. What are we doing about it? Hopefully experiencing this life. Okay, so this is Department of Career Services, where our goal is to help our students and interested people experience life. Experience this life. That's it. No big deal. Actually, it is the biggest deal, but for our purposes, we don't want to get over our skis, fighting above our weight, etc. We want to keep it just simple and basic. We're alive. We have a gift of life. And what do you do when you get a gift? You honor the gift. You can do whatever you want, but the best thing to do for the person who gave you the gift is to honor the gift, to give the gift in the way and spirit it was intended. And we focus on 4 areas: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. We honor the gift in those 4 ways. Striving daily to do a little bit better, always keeping focused on don't get bugged by the little stuff. And it's all little stuff. From the perspective of time, eternity, and if we limit eternity to the amount of time that the best scientists in the world think the universe has been around, about 13.7.8 billion years, if we limit eternity to that, and we compare our life to that, that is like the width of a hair on your head to a 7.84 mile walk. It's no big deal. The things that we get upset about are not a big deal. Okay, so moving right along. Our theme of today is the Jungian shadow. The Jungian shadow. We're going to see if we can incorporate day 3 of week 1 of our neuroscience-oriented approach to success. So in that, we're going to be talking about addiction. How does that fit into the Jungian shadow? And we're going to try to patch in Jordan Peterson and the Daily Stoic into the concept of the Jungian shadow. Jung's shadow. Some people say Jung's shadow. And let's see, before we do that, we can say, good morning, Miss Trinkle, wherever you are. I think the starting point would be just kind of finish on the Jungian shadow temporarily, go on to the other stuff, then kind of jump back, weave the other things in. I think the thing about the Jungian shadow would be to, one word, embrace, 2 words, embrace the shadow. Don't run from it. Other things, all else is a projection. If you're not willing to see the shadow, accept the shadow, and you want to live in the world of projections, you will be unproductive, frustrated. Okay, moving right along, and hopefully we'll come back to that. Okay, back. There we go. Let's see if we're back here. Seems to be okay. Got a message that said signed out. Okay, so on our worksheet, see down below, advice from an 80-year-old: loosen up, relax, except for where life and death matters, nothing is as important as it first seems. And that probably goes for the shadow too. Don't fear the shadow. Don't run from the shadow. The shadow is part of it. Embrace the shadow. That's very curious. Well, interesting. Okay. Embrace the shadow. Embrace it. Okay. Advice from an 80-year-old. Right. Loosen up, relax, except for where life and death matters. Nothing is as important as it seems. TED Talk today, Johann Hari. We'll talk a little bit about that. Daily Stoic, 9 rules. And I think these rules are compatible with the shadow. Seth's blog. It's a short one. We'll look at it and see if we can tie that into the shadow. How do I get the most out of my people? Alas, this is the wrong question for a leader or manager to ask. What is a leader or manager? Their job is to get people to do what they want. Power. Alas, this is the wrong question. Not how do I get the most out of my people? The more productive question, it's more productive to wonder, how do we create the conditions for our people to get to where they're heading? I would think that we're not really understanding where Svesta is going on this, but it would be where we're heading. How do we create the conditions for our people to get to where we're heading? In other words, we don't want them to veer off this way, veer off that way, only doing what we want because of the lash to the back or the threat of the lash. How do we create the conditions for our people to get to where we're heading? To get our people to help us get to where we're heading. Okay. Let's see. Today is also the wraparound, the lunch. Matt, we're going to need your help. You need to be at the Methodist Church at 11:30. See if we can get Fisher and Wade and the other people from Star to come over. So good morning, Maticus Phonaticus. Good morning. What not a bevy? V. Brilliant. What is brilliant? What are you saying brilliant about? Glad to see you both are here on this Wednesday. I'm going to be asleep most likely. That's not good. Watabevi. Because that might get you to end up moving to Star sooner than hoped. Pratt is not a crash pad. Okay, Watabevi, the leader. Oh, the leader, yes. Right. Create the conditions to get people to get us to where we're heading. Right, create the conditions. Right. That could be important. In the new mission. The new mission. Okay, what else we got on the hit parade? Let's talk about Johann Hari for a second. Addiction. What is the opposite of addiction? What not a bevy? Connection, right. Maticus Phonaticus, connections, right. The opposite of addiction is connection, because when we have an addiction to a thing, we generally sever relationships with people, sever good relationships. Yeah, it's not really having a good relationship hanging out in an opium den, right? I go to the opium den. We got a lot of friends there. Yeah, but not really. Yeah, really, you don't really have a lot of friends there. Um, Let me go off on another musing, ranting, and raving. Last night went to a thing, a study, Bible study. I'll do it this way: Bible study. And I think it was very dangerous in consequence. While it was going on, I was confused. But this morning became clear what you is very dangerous is you take somebody who's a pastor and then they take a short little parable and they add a whole bunch of things onto it from other parables that weren't part of that parable. And they say, see, this is how you should live your life. To people who don't know the difference, they're going to hook in and go. So this one, the parable was the pearl of great value. It's a very short parable, only a couple lines. Guy found a great parable, went and sold everything he had and bought it. So this pastor modified the parable to say, in effect, the seller of the pearl said, give me all you have and you can have the pearl. The actual parable says he went and sold the parable, took the proceeds, gave the proceeds to the seller, and got the pearl. This one got morphed into the owner of the pearl says, if you want the pearl, you have to give me all you've got. Okay, here's all my money. Great. Okay, I'm going to go get on my donkey. Oh, you have a donkey? Oh, no, you need to give that to me too. Okay, well, when I get home, oh, you have a home? You need to give that to me too. Okay, well, when I tell okay, well, you need to give me your wife and your kid. You need to give me everything you have if you want this pearl. And the guy does it. And then it's like, okay, well, now it's mine. And now you're going to be my steward. So I'm going to let you use my donkey. I'm going to let you use my house. I'm going to let you use my wife and my kid as long as you take care of them. And it's like, what? What sane person would believe that? Somebody who thought that's what the parable said. And the person telling him is a credible source. And the person telling it pulls you in emotionally. No, totally wrong. And that's why you have the nuns coming up, because people get to be their own magisterium and their own pope and interpret scripture the way they want it. So why do I need a pastor? I can just read it and do what I think it says. No, bad, danger, stranger danger. No. Parables, you don't get to take parables and then stitch them together and have a new meaning. Like otherwise it would be like, let's say the wine at Cana. Okay, so you have the lesson is, okay, don't worry about being unprepared because there's always some guy here who will bail you out of the situation. You don't really have to be thankful. You just have to say, hey, your mom says, go do this because we want to have a better party. So we want to party hardy and we drank all the wine. We need more wine. Hey, let's go make more wine. Yeah, let's do it the easy way. We caused a problem, really embarrassing situation. It could be really, really bad. Oh, here's somebody with a quick solution. They're going to kind of cheat instead of actually growing the grapes, making the wine, shipping the wine, transport. Instead of doing all that, let's just do it the easy way. Yeah, well, that's what the Bible says. Do it the easy way. Yeah. Matt, yeah, you can lay around all day, sleep during the day, be up at night doing who knows what, and just sleep during the day. Cool. Cool, great. No, that's not what the parable, that wasn't the point of the wedding at Cana. But that's a dangerous thing to do. So let's get back to the shadow. Shadow is like a shadow. You're standing out in the sunlight. You look down, and connected to you is the shadow, unless you're Peter Pan. And now the shadow got separated from you. But in our normal existence, we have this shadow. We can run from it, we can hide from it, we can pretend it's not there, or we can accept it. So Jung says we need to accept, everybody has the shadow, the unfinished parts, the unpolished parts, the parts we're not so happy about. Maybe we try to keep them a little bit hidden, or we don't think about them. And the question is, in relationships, are you willing to investigate the shadow? Right, and the answer should be yes. But why? Well, you got to watch the video, because I'm not a Jungian expert. I know Jordan Peterson is a fan of Jung. Viktor Frankl went off a different direction. Not saying he was not in agreement or supportive. His emphasis went elsewhere. The third school, the third Viennese school. Let's go back to our worksheet, see what else we've got. How are things in Fort Jacks, Wat not a bevy? Preparation, gratitude, have an attitude of gratitude. Daily theme. Oh, we have a new one from Dr. Livinggood. Foods that make you fat. That's a good one to watch. Johann Hari, the opposite of addiction is connection. Look at your relationships with people. Daily Stoic, 9 rules. Setzbog, yes. How to get the most out of people. Create the conditions for them to take us where we're going. Darren Hardy. This separates the quitters from the champions, including you. Yes, don't give up. Don't give up. Got relationship problems? Don't give up. Investigate the chateau. The chateau? Oh, a wonderful, nice house. Or is it shadow? Who knows? The shadow do. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow do. What not a bevy? Blessed. It's getting super warm. Mosquitoes. Mosquitoes. Oh, yuck. Yuckaroo. Mosquitoes. Yeah. In the West, mosquitoes are a nuisance. Ticks are like, run for the hills. There's a tick. There's a tick within a mile of us. It's after you. Run. That's including me. But in the West, mosquito, oh, they're pesky little critters. Very dangerous, though. Ticks are dangerous, too. But we run for the hills when out here in the West. Talk to somebody from the Midwest about ticks. They're a nuisance. They're like our mosquitoes. How about another one that freaks people out here? Bed bugs. Run. I can't sleep in a room if there's one bed bug somewhere in here, even though my bed is hermetically sealed. I'm tucked in. What is that? Don't let the bed bugs bite. Okay, so here we are. We are at our time. Once again, thanks to everyone I want to acknowledge everyone's presence, being here, watching this, because it's about repetition, building better habits, and it's about community, building a tribe. I was in the bedbug infested bed for weeks. LOL, not that bad. Where was the bedbug infested bed? Raymond, I am lucky. I have not had a bed bug in my bed. Raymond, yeah. I am lucky. I have not had that experience, but I've had a metal bed frame that I keep away from the walls, and I don't have my stuff on the walls, and I don't sit on my bed, and I'm conscientious of it, and I wash my sheets every week. Religiously. Okay, time to go. And with that, Avita Zane, bed bug be gone. Be gone, bed bug.